Hey, good morning, everybody. All right, we got a new face here. Jason, how are you? Sarah, Rhonda, and our note taker. Welcome to the call. Jason, first, welcome. Really for everyone. So, what we do on these calls, so you get a sense of it, is we're gonna have a little bit of fun playing a game. Since you're new, you get to also introduce yourself, and the game is kind of fun. We have fun with it at least. And we already had our first little fight, so it's pretty cool. It's like who's doing the intro today? That was the fight this morning, and she won. So here I am doing the introduction. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Sarah, I see you're off mute. What's going on?
Oh, I'm just super excited to see Jason. I haven't seen him in a while. He works 5 minutes away from me, but he lives about 20 minutes. So, uh, Jason, thank you for joining the call. So excited to see you here.
What?
Happy to be here.
Yeah, you know Jason, so you get to introduce him since you brought him here. How about that?
Jason is one of my favorite people. I met him through Ultimate Frisbee. He's a friend of a friend. He, I think he's about my size, but he jumps as if he was twice my size. So he was like the most important player on the field. So we always want Jason on our team. He doesn't always make it to the games, but he is a teacher and very well loved in the community. And yeah, I'll only share that, Jason. You share anything else you want to share?
Okay, well, I'm super happy to be here, and thank you, Sarah, for the invite. It's true, we did meet on the Frisbee field, which is hilarious. Um, I've been a teacher for 21 years. Now I go swimming every morning at 6:30, so I'm gonna get in the water and do that. It's great for me. I am going through a divorce. My wife and I have a court date in June. We're trying to keep things amicable. All I've ever wanted to do in my life was be a good father. And I have two kids, 16 and 12. She wants full custody. I decided not to fight that and to try to keep things amicable. Um, my major concerns are that I just want to live the best, healthiest, cleanest life that I can live. And every element of that, from friendships to work to everything else, is really wonderful. The only dark spot is marriage. And I want to take my fair share of responsibility, but I think a lot of it has to do more with things that Sarah and I have already talked about, that she's learned from you guys and from other books, and from Sean as well, because I have a good relationship with her kid's dad. And yeah, I'm trying to navigate specifically how to make sure that I'm fully healed up and at my best so that I can enter into another relationship successfully because I don't, it's not that I don't want to be single, it's that I do have a lot of love to give and I'm a secure connector and I want to know what the rules are so that I can join my next relationship without bringing baggage into it from my previous relationship.
Well, I really appreciate that, especially that last little part where you want to relieve yourself of this baggage that, because we can sometimes end up with that, right? With this emotional baggage that we carry to this next relationship and it can cause some damage. And it's likely, no matter how much work you do, you'll carry some of that with you. So I'm going to give you some relief that you're also human. So that's going to interrupt some of the things that we want. And just to share with you a little bit about us. So Jason, I hear you, I see you, been there, right? So I went through a divorce after 20 years of marriage with three kids at the time. Let's see, at the time, my kids were, I think it was 16, 14, and 7. So I get it. I also get you want to be a great dad, that how important that is to you. Your kids are a bit older, so they're going to have different experience than like my littlest did. So it's about presence. That's all kids want, and actually they spell time differently than us. I don't know if you know this, but they spell it they spell love different than us. They spell it Time, right? It's just time is all they're looking for, and I'm sure you're giving that to them. I would just invite you to, how do I give them my time? Total presence while I'm with them. And it's tough. So I actually have a book. Sarah, if we could, let's get Jason a copy of my books. We've got your address. We'll send it over to you so you can hand it to him. And I think they might be helpful. Jason. They cover two specific. Um, well, one is like really about resetting a relationship, and there's some really key learnings that will help you get through what's happening right now. It's the exact tools that I used with my kid's mom to reset that relationship. And today, we're really happy with where the relationship is at. I mean, there's like all of these weird experiences. We just had another one the other day. So Annie's pregnant. She's 7 months pregnant, right? This is my wife, Annie. And Stephanie hands her like these postpartum underwear that she found at the store. And she's like, you're probably going to need these. Maybe you haven't thought about this. I know this is your first kid. I wish somebody told me about this. So here, it's like, that's a pretty good relationship to be able to like think about, your ex-husband's wife while you're at the store. So I know it's possible to achieve what you're looking to achieve.
Yes, and I want to acknowledge you because I think it's also such a vulnerable spot for you to be so open and trusting in this environment. And I can already feel your intention, Jason. I think that's the biggest part is you have this clarity in the outcome that you want to create with your blended family in the future, of course, and then this new person you're meeting in your life in the future. Um, and because you have that intention, it's going to happen. And the how is just a matter of how, right? But that is the most important part. And
Yeah.
this man, I was like I went through his entire divorce with him, like by his side. And one of the things that I thought was most unique is that despite what all the external circumstances said, his parents, who thought he was crazy for wanting this blended division, they thought it was so weird that he wanted to
Yeah, they would think I
joint
should talk to
Christmas.
her and
And just despite what even how she was reacting at the time, how the kids were reacting, he had such a strong conviction that this was going to happen. And because of that, he created something in just a year after divorce. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
well, now we have. We've seen one other.
Yes.
Sarah. So,
Yes.
it's really about this belief within us. And so whatever you intend to create, I'd invite just declare it. This is the way it's going to be. It may not take a week. It might take 2 or 5 or 12 or 52.
Yeah, declare with no evidence, right?
You declare with zero evidence that it's possible. And to give you a little bit more of the story, because I think it could serve you right now. I don't know if it serves anyone else, but I love telling the story, so at least serves me. Is that when we went through this experience, like I kept declaring literally every single day. I was declaring to my coach I was working with at the time that Stephanie would go through the exact same training we went through because I knew what it would provide for her. And I'd call her every day. I was trying to enroll her. I was trying anything I could. And it was like this big push energy that she had to change. And what actually ended up working is when I talked to her just as her friend and said, and I acknowledged what I was doing that wasn't working. I've been pushing you to be the way I wanted you to be. But really, I just see my friends suffering and pain. And so I hope you go through the training for you, not for me. If you come out of it and you hate me, but you're happy, I'm happy. You're my friend. You were my friend for more than 20 years, most of my life at that time, still now. Just want you to be happy, right? And up to that point, she was like a walking middle finger to us. So it was pretty rough. My coach called her like a day or two later. It was right before this training was starting, literally hours before, and spoke to her for 4 hours and got her to come to this training. And she was like, my coach was amazing. She drove to her house, brushing her hair as she's like crying because she's so scared, and got her into the room. And then my best friend, just by pure chance, ended up as her coach in the room. It was like, and he didn't even know who she was at the time. He just knew like this person's suffering. And then he found out who it was. He was like, holy shit, like how does this happen? So he had to back out of coaching, blah, blah, blah. And we went through this 12-week process after that. Stephanie did as well. And it was life-changing. And then after she ended up going, I was declaring, there was a few things. One is I declared that she would hug Annie the first time they met.
Very
That
bold.
happened, right? Went from F you to a hug. the first time. It was like amazing. I declared we'd have Christmas together as one family, right? Impossible thought. It happened. It was amazing. I remember walking in because she didn't invite Annie, and the first words out of Stephanie's mouth was, "Where's Annie?" I was, holy cow. Like I drove through the neighborhood like 200 miles an hour, right? Get Annie, throw her in the car, let's go. So I'm sharing all of this with you for so many reasons, but the biggest one that I hope you're picking up is declaration. Have very clear vision of exactly what you want to create, and then surrender to how it gets created. So I hope that's helpful, and anything's possible. Don't set a limit.
Put
I
yourself in
believe it. I'm a
proximity.
believer.
Put yourself in proximity of people that have done it. You know, his best friend was one of the examples that we've seen, the only one of two examples we've seen of someone who actually has created a blended family. And we just, we were around that and
Yeah.
I mean, we found our own way, but it gave us a lot of hope and just it's possible.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, the other was Tony Robbins.
Yes,
So,
I was thinking Marine.
well, Marine created
Marine,
that too.
yeah.
Yeah. So actually, we had a few examples.
Yeah.
So totally possible. And now you have one right in front of you with Sarah and Sean
Yes.
and seeing what they're creating.
So with that,
Yeah.
we like to play a little game to resolve conflict. And who would you like to bring?
Oh, I thought you were going to do spin the wheel.
All right, we're gonna do this. So we're gonna have Sarah, Rhonda, and Jason. You say you've got a hop, or can you stick around and play a game?
I can play a game for 14 minutes, and then I got to get in the pool.
But we're going to be very precise. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So let me.
Actually, let's do this to support Jason. I think it's going to be the best that we can do is let you actually witness us playing the game. So Sarah and Rhonda is who we're going to play the game with today. Rhonda, does that work for you? I know you're out for a walk. Yep.
Yeah, she's here for the experience.
Outstanding. So
Okay.
which of you two wants to resolve a conflict?
We have a fun wheel.
Oh, never mind.
And it seems like today's lucky winner is
Rhonda! Nice.
Yay! Disclosure, there is a dog off a leash and I might have to throw a rock, Annie, if he comes at me again. So anyway,
you're gonna throw a rock at a dog?
well, if he comes near my dog and me again, because it happened about, 10 minutes ago, he doesn't have a collar. So either that or I'm going to kick him because he's not going to get a hold of my dog.
Oh my.
So
Jason's got lots of tips to do what to do with the dog.
Okay, Rhonda, I need you to spin this wheel. Okay, you give it a really
Okay.
good spin. You got 5 scenarios. I'll tell you what they are after you spin the wheel.
okay.
So 3, 2, 1, spin. I got really creative with these scenarios. Maybe next time we play some music too.
This one's
Oh,
perfect.
this is great. The thermostat war. All right, Rhonda, this is the situation.
Okay.
You are having a conflict with
Sarah.
Oh, this will be interesting. Okay, you're having a conflict with Sarah, and one of you nudged the thermostat up by 2 degrees, but the other one quietly turns it down. And this keeps going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until one of you gets super emotional about it and dramatically says, I guess my comfort just doesn't matter in this house. You guys just gets into a really big fight. Okay, and this is now after the fact. And Rhonda, you are initiating the conflict resolution because you are a leader.
Yes. And Sarah is playing Mo. It's just a random person. So get in full character, Sarah.
Jason, Mo is Rhonda's husband.
Yes.
Copy
All
that.
right.
I didn't see what you did, Sarah, because I had a different screen on. So
Hold her
I
hair
keep
back.
my
yeah,
hair
yeah,
bold. No hair.
okay.
All right. Rules of the game, just so Jason is aware, is Rhonda will have 3 minutes to just resolve the conflict as she normally would. And Sarah is the actor, right? She's going to play along. However difficult Sarah would like to make it, that is up to Sarah. And after that, we will give a round of feedback, which we will guide you on how to do that. We always start with what's great, what could be even better, and then we give a score 1 to 10. All right. And then after that, we'll do a little bit of a primer, and then Rhonda will get round 2 to try this again. Now, Rhonda, do you have any questions about your scenario?
No,
All right. I've got Rhonda.
but I am speaking to Sarah as if she's Mo.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. 3 minutes.
Just to make it more fun for you,
Ready,
Okay, great.
for us.
set, action.
So, hey Mo, do you have like 2 minutes or something that I just really want to share with you? And I just really would like to have 2 minutes of your complete and total presence. Is that possible to do that right now?
Yeah, I was about to head out to golf, but yeah, of course.
Yeah, and it'll be really quick because it's not a big deal. We're good. But there's something that just keeps coming up for me since the other day. I really appreciate that you purchased this dehumidifier and how much it's keeping the house, getting the humidity out. And it's amazing how much water is coming out. It really is. But I don't find it to be as cool as you do. And I keep like putting the thermostat back down to like 76. And I noticed that you keep putting it back up to 77, and that 1 to 2 degrees like really makes a difference for me. And the story that I'm telling myself is that, I know and appreciate that you spent the money to get this machine, but you still think it's magical, and it's really not working for me. And makes me think that you think that we don't have the extra $5 a month to keep the house a little cooler, and that you're operating in that place of scarcity. And I just really gave that up a while ago. And it's really important that I stay cool, especially because I'm moving around and working in the house. And so it's just making me think that you don't really care about my comfort. And that I know you're excited about this new machine, and I get it. But it's not really working. Can we just like leave it at 75, 76 if I'm working in the house? Because I know you're used to working outside. You're always on the golf course. You're used to it being hot, but I'm really not. So would it be possible to just like leave it at the temperature so I'm comfortable while I'm working inside?
Yeah, but then I'm not comfortable, and also all the baked goods, like they're kind of ruined, you know. I mean, it's like a scientific thing, like baking is like 1 degree throws things off.
Um, so you're saying that it's not possible to leave it at
I
the
mean, if you
lower
want like
temperature?
really nice fluffy muffins,
I
like
don't
if
really even eat the muffins. Like you made them out of corn and they really looked like boobs. I'm not going to eat those muffins.
you were stripping with Annie, like that's the only thing I could think of.
You didn't even know. So, I mean, okay, so basically I'm just going to have to, you want me to wear less clothes. That's what it is. You just want me to
That would
wear
be
less clothes in the
awesome.
house
I'm
while I'm
gonna
working.
actually raise it to
Okay.
85 degrees.
Ah, then that
If
could
you're
be a
gonna walk around
problem.
naked, I'm raising it to like 90 degrees.
You better make sure that I know if there are people coming to the house.
This is fantastic. Sarah, you're a riot. It was almost like Brian was here for a few minutes. That was awesome.
Sarah's unleashed. Sarah, your alter ego is Mo. Yeah. Okay, so that was amazing. So let's Rhonda first. Rhonda, how did you what was your experience of the conflict resolution?
It seems about right. No, it was good. It was fun. So it's not usually fun.
Well, that's good.
Well, let's head over to Sarah. So, Sarah, as a recipient, what was great? What could be even better in a score?
I thought what you did great, Rhonda, is that you really introduced it as something light, and you made the pre-frame really just easy for me to understand. Like this is something that's not super heavy. I think you said, "Hey, this is just going to take a couple minutes, and we're okay." So that made me feel very calm, and you there wasn't too much space for me to complain until the end. So I felt like you were You were pretty good. What could be better is that I felt like as you were very peaceful at the first minute, but then at the last 30 seconds, there was a lot of you don't care about scarcity and this and that, and there was a little bit of like a lot of there was not just the thermostat, but it was like it was a lot. And I was like, oh, all of a sudden it is a big problem. So my score is a 7.
Excellent. All right, let's bring Jason up. So, Jason, I know this is your first time, but I'm sure you have a lot to say. So, what was great that you noticed from Rhonda? We're not evaluating
Sure.
Sarah's acting at the moment. What could
Sure.
be even
At the
better and a
moment,
score?
later, okay. Um, I appreciate that Rhonda not only gave clear specifics regarding the numbers, right? She didn't say make it hotter or make it cooler, but she gave clear specifics about her goal. She also indicated like the pain point, which is the humidifier, and nothing else. She anticipated counterclaims like price being a concern. Um, and I think she adopted a playful tone as well that wasn't combative.
Yes. And assuming that she is talking to her husband, what could be even better from your male perspective?
Man, it's a lot of words. It's a lot of words up front that I'm like, what are we trying to? And so I would say thermostat's an issue. 75 or 76 is where I'd like to be. What are your thoughts on that? Just like, oh, direct. Gotcha. I know what we're talking about.
That's amazing. Great. And if you had to give a score, 1 to 10.
I would give a 7.3 with the bar over the 3 repeating infinitely.
Better than a 7.
It is.
Thank you, Jason. And shall we put Saba on?
Saba, were you here for the whole interaction?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
All right.
Yeah, bring her up.
Saba,
What I liked about it was that I felt like you were offloading and you were kind of freeing yourself, and there was a lot going on in your mind. Um, what I thought could be even better would be um the concisiveness of words, because it started off about the temperature, and then there was muffins, and then there was jokiness, and I felt that the seriousness got lost towards the end of it. So I felt if we kept the concisiveness, and yeah, it may or may not have helped. Who knows? I would score you 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Okay, Rhonda, my feedback for you. I thought, you're so natural with the structure. I think you've practiced it quite a bit now. And so it came really naturally, and it didn't even seem like you were thinking through all the different steps. It just came out. And it was light. I loved your pre-frame in the very beginning, very easy to listen to. You had acknowledgments throughout. And I felt really good coming in. I think what could be even better is I noticed the story is quite lengthy. And it was much lengthier than the the pattern interrupt afterwards, right? And I know this is not true. And so I think last week we were with Saba and we talked about how sometimes the opposite person, when they don't know how serious it is, they will more likely end up joking about it, which I think Sarah did an amazing job with ruffling your feathers around wearing less clothes and upping. I think that was brilliant. And I think that's such a classic. I could totally see Mo doing that. So there's probably something around how do we make the issue like really stand out so that he understands this is a real concern for you without making the story too lengthy. And
Great feedback.
yes.
Similar feedback. It was just there was lack of clarity, like what's really going on. The story. Well, what was great? Let me stop there first off. The structure I thought was awesome.
Yes.
Like you went through all of the steps. It was very clear that you were making such a big effort to make, like, especially in the beginning, to pre-frame that, hey, we're good. Like this isn't like that big of a deal. It's just something that's bothering me. What could be even better is to acknowledge it actually was bothering you, right? There was something underneath it that we didn't quite get to because the underneath it was really, it feels like I don't matter. Like that's the underlying story. And if we can get to that, especially for a man, to be able to hear, hey, it feels like I don't matter. That's like the story I'm making up. And then stack all the ways you know that's not true,
Mm.
right? Because, well, I know that's not true because you made me muffins and you kept the temperature right, so the muffins were good. And it was really that you just wanted to see me in less clothes. So you clearly, like, anyway, I'm teasing right now, but you start stacking these things. And so, Jason, I want to share that with you because a, a big part of the system that we train has nothing to do with the other person. The goal here is to resolve the conflict within. Because if we resolve the conflict within, there's no conflict to resolve with this other person. There's a simple request. And so that offer would be to keep it really clean, would be, it'd mean a lot to me if we could lower the temperature just 1 degree so I could be more comfortable. Can we make that happen? No. Sarah, good job with that. And then the follow-up might be something like, well, I appreciate that, especially you're sharing about the muffins. I'd like to figure out how we can come up with a solution that works for both of us. What ideas do you have for us to have a solution that works for both of us so that I'm
Mm.
comfortable and the muffins still bake correctly? So with that, let's give it another round.
I would give that a 7.
Yeah.
I think it was so well done, Rhonda. Gave you a 7 because you don't feel resolved and you're like, yeah, sounds about right. This is how the conflict would end. So I
Thanks,
think a
Sam.
big part of conflict is also it's a conflict in how we think the other person should do different things. And that is really the core of compassion is at the end, I don't need you to change because however you do things is perfect for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's such a key. What you just said is so important that I don't need you to change at all. I can't tell you how many conflicts we've had where now, because we've done this tens of thousands of times at this point, whether it's been being playful doing it
Especially with
or
the
actually doing it.
thermostat. It's a
Yeah,
real it's
it's
a
a real
real
thing.
thing.
It's pretty warm in here right now. It's probably 72.
Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry I have to go. I'll look forward to the next one.
Yes,
All
see
right,
you guys
Jason, take
soon.
care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Um, where was I? Oh,
And Brian is here
compassion.
now. Two
It's like,
Brian.
hi, Brian, Brian and Brian. So when we go to resolve this conflict, I'm done typically by the time I get to the logic and I've started stacking all the ways that I know the story isn't true. And usually it's actually, I don't need you to do anything. We're good. Like I'll wear a t-shirt instead, or I'll go outside or whatever it is. Like if it's I'll sit in the, and maybe I'll even tease her. I'll have a little bit of fun with it. Yes, it's cool. I'll just pull the ice tub inside. That way you can keep it warmer outside. Or inside, whatever. So have fun with it at that point because I'm resolved. That's the goal here is resolve for ourselves. All right. With
I'm
that,
also tempted to pull some of the guys up now.
well, they'll get to give feedback in a moment.
Oh, okay.
And heck, we have time. We might be able to do a second one if somebody wants to play again.
All right. So now John will put 2 minutes up on the clock. Yarn, are you ready?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna tell Mo what's going on. So I'm doing this scenario. So if you want to hear it, huh? Oh, okay. All right.
You
Well,
know, what
anyway,
if we
we
have Mo
good.
do the role play?
Yeah.
He's on another call. So
Okay. Perfect.
And in 3, 2, 1, action.
so Mo, do you have like 2 minutes? I know you're getting ready to head to the golf course, but I just want to clear off something that's kind of been bugging me. And we're good, but it just keeps spinning in my head. So do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure. What's up, babe?
So, you got that awesome new dehumidifier, and I really appreciate it. I know you got it to help cool down the house and to eliminate the humidity, so that we both would feel better. But I noticed that the thermostat keeps getting bumped up to like 77, and I keep putting it down to like 75, 76, and you haven't even said anything about it. So there's really no issue, but I'm thinking that you don't really care that I'm warm. And I know that's not true because you got the dehumidifier to help with the humidity and to keep the house cool. So, but I just want to, are we good? Like when I'm in the house working, that I can keep it at 75 and I'll turn it up when I leave. Does that work for you, or do you have another solution? Crap, I was supposed to ask him for the solution. Anyway, um, what do you think would work?
Babe, come here. Just give me a hug. So you don't want me to have it at 76, or you want me at 78? What do you want?
No, I definitely don't want it at 78. When I'm in the house during the day, it's just really warm and it's uncomfortable, and I'm actively running around doing stuff, and my body temperature is just really off these days. So I just need to keep it cooler.
Okay. So it's bothering you when it's at 78.
Oh yeah, I'm like wanting to take my clothes off, which I know you wouldn't mind, but it's just really hard for me to stay focused.
Okay. I I really like it at 78. So is it like the whole day you want it at 70?
Fantastic. Good
Oh, are
job.
we going?
Yeah. No, I think that was fantastic. So how was that for you, Rhonda?
It was good.
What did you notice that works better for you?
Well, he offered a hug. So, and that kind of just diffuses and interrupts the pattern of to just get out of the story. So that's a great interrupt.
I
And
thought it
then
was
to
fucking
listen.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that because I was going to point it out to the guys, but you did it for me. So thank you. It works so well.
Diffuse the bomb by a hug.
What about for how you handled it? What worked even better?
Well, I think I was just more clear and to the point. I did go into my natural thing to try to fix it myself instead of giving him the opportunity to come up with a solution. Because I might not like the solution he comes up with. Um, so I did catch myself in that.
Yeah. Great job. And Sarah, feedback.
Yeah, I thought it was great, Rhonda. Like there was a lightness about you. And even when, because we're all human, we might actually start going back into the story and you're like, oh gosh, I did it. And I thought it was playful, and if we do that, I was like, oh, I'm gonna steal that next time I go back into my story. I'm like, oh, I got back in my story. I thought it was great. Um, and so I felt like you found ways to connect with him just by being playful with it.
And her new score?
Your new score is 9.
Outstanding. All right, let's bring up Saba.
Hi. I think you did a brilliant job in the fact I felt when you were speaking it was slower and you were more controlled within yourself. Compared to the first time, there was a lot of speaking and it was non-stop. But this was slower and I felt you were more resolved within you. Um, I, even though it may not follow the script, I like the fact you came up with two solutions because they weren't the only options. You then said something like, "What would you do? Or what's another option?" or something. So then you gave the ball back to Mo, and he would be the hero of the day, and come up with hopefully a third solution. So, yeah, and it was actually a great point that Sarah made that you noticed you went back into your own story, and you made the point that you went back into your own story. I have to say, for me, that was actually a 9.5. Well, I was going to say 9.8 recurring, but we'll just go with 9.5 because I was trying to be funny and I'm not. So we'll just stick to 9.5.
That's
I
awesome.
was good.
Great feedback. Let's pull up Dr. B.
Dr. B, great to see you.
Hi guys. Wait, is this where? Yeah, this is the microphone. Okay. So Rhonda, I love seeing how when you're doing this, it's developing. You're getting back to it. The practice is noticed. It's really noticed. Um, what I really liked was in the interaction how as you presented it, you made sure to get that. But I know that's not true. There was a little bit of a jumble as you went through it, but you made sure to hit that. And then you did, at the end, you were like, oh, wait a second, I got to make sure that he gets the option to create the solution. And you said you're uncomfortable, you told the facts, and then you gave it to him, let him have it. I thought it was a 9 as well.
Outstanding feedback. Thank you, Dr. B.
Thank you.
And Brian Cox, do you have feedback? Going once, going twice.
No, I'm good. Sorry.
You got it, brother. All right, Annie.
I thought it was so short. I had a question, Rhonda. How did you feel? Do you feel resolved?
Um, yes. I mean, it's not really I mean, it kind of is a thing that's really happening, but not really because I'm gonna just step and up. He can bump it up. We can just continue the game.
Wow, I love what you just said right there. We actually we were talking about the two of you yesterday. So Annie and I play this little game whenever we go get yogurt. It's who can get the most yogurt but less than the other person. So it's a game that shrinks the size of what we actually end up getting. And so far, I win a lot, but we can't see the other person's yogurt. So I won by 0.2 ounces. Anyway, so it's like you play these little games, make everything fun. And I love how you just said, oh, just keep playing the game. I'll keep adjusting the thermostat. He turns it up, I turn it down. And it's not even a big deal. Then when he complains about it, giggle. Like when she does that, she'll like there's little things she'll do. I don't know if she's doing it on purpose or not, but it messes with me. I can't even name one, but she just giggles. And now it's fun. It's not even annoying at all. So with that,
I would say what I felt shifted is there's a lightness in
Yeah.
you, Rhonda, that it's not even an issue. So it was like the whole energy coming into it is like it was fun, even though you're resolving a conflict. And also that kept it short. And ironically, that made me want to listen to you more because there was not that heaviness. And actually, I would probably be more open to changing it and being more considerate because I don't feel the what is it called?
resistance.
The resistance. Like I'm not resisting you. I'm just like, yeah, it's the thing that you brought up. It was easier to listen to.
Yeah, I had a score.
9. It was great.
So I had the same experience. Like I was very comfortable listening because the story was so short. It's like, here's these facts that were happening. I'm like, okay, cool. These facts did happen. It was inarguable. The thermostat was up, then it was down, then it was up, then it was down. We have a new humidifier. I'm like, yep, check, 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 check. Then my male brain, right? And she's thinking I don't care about her, and she immediately said, but I know that's not true. And it was so quick that my brain didn't have a time to process that you think I don't care about you. So that's what worked so well compared to the first time. And but it's not true. I don't even remember what you said about it not true. I just remember that you said, but I know it's not true. And immediately my sense was like, oh, okay, cool. Now my brain shifted to what does she really want?
Yes.
And then you said it, and it was like, oh, yeah, I guess we could do that. Okay. And you gave such a really elegant solution. I think you did. Can we just like turn it down while I'm here? Maybe that was you that said that, but whatever it was.
She said, yeah.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Can we just turn it down, while I'm working? Like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
There would have been zero argument from me, at least, and my hallucination is likely from Mo. Like, well, yeah, that's just totally logical.
And that acceptance is what changes everything because I'll tell you, like with us, now I will intentionally turn it down because he likes it colder. I'm more of the hot, I like the warm temperature, but I will intentionally turn it down and I'll make it a big deal. Like, guess what I just did for you? I turned it down to 69 degrees because I love you. So it becomes a game, right? And then
In
sometimes
about a month, you'll appreciate it.
and then when it gets really cold in the middle of summer in Vegas, I'll just put on a puffer. And then it's so much fun.
That's true. And then when I get up, right, it's cold. So the first thing I do when I get up is I go turn the thermostat up in our bedroom to 75. So when I leave she didn't even know that until right now. I do that as soon as I walk out the door because I'm not in there now. So great. Now she wakes up and she's not freezing. So it's like a total compromise and it works.
I thought I just got better.
No, I warmed it up.
Oh. Okay.
So awesome. I'm actually going to say that was more like for me, like a 9.9,
It's really good.
because it was specifically, I want to make sure this lands. It's because the story was so short and concise and immediately followed by, but I know that's not true. And as soon as it's like, but, oh, okay, I'm good now. I'm not kicking myself. So great job.
Awesome. Great job, Rhonda.
Thank you. So, John, what I hear you saying is it's really not important to share the whole story of what's been spinning in your head.
No. What works tremendously well for all of us, do this with yourself first,
Mm,
right? Tell yourself the long story, then you go stack, and then go talk to your partner because now you've already even diffused it anyway. And I love starting with, you might have noticed like I've been feeling a little bit off or my energy was off. I just want to share with you like what's going on. We're good. I've already processed it. I just want to share with you where my head was at so that you know that there's nothing wrong between us. We're super solid. And here's what was going on. Like the thermostat was up, then I turned it down, then it was up. Notice what I'm saying, by the way. The thermostat was up. I didn't say you turned it up. The thermostat was up, I turned it down. The thermostat was up, I turned it down, and I've turned it down multiple times today. And I've been feeling uncomfortable, and been getting a little bit mad, because I'm making up this story, that my comfort doesn't matter. And I know that's not true because everything you do in your life is to really make me comfortable. I mean, you make me these amazing muffins, you're doing these different things, you buy me these things, whatever that is, right? We start stacking, and all I really want is while I'm working to have it cool enough so I'm not sweating like a pig while I'm trying to get stuff done for you around the house, and then maybe change it to like this fun energy, right? And I guess I could just start doing it naked. But the neighbors might have a problem with that while I'm gardening. So, like have this fun energy at that end, and these conflicts can be resolved in probably 60 seconds because you've already resolved it. So with
so for
that,
fun, I think what I'll do is actually just, to be able to practice this with Mo, since it honestly isn't an issue, but it has been a fun science experiment since we got this dehumidifier, and it really has been happening, but we haven't had a conversation about it, is I'll do it and video it and see how he actually responds and how I do with him for real.
I love that. That's awesome. By the way, if you could, we'll just create a pipe because we need humidity in our house in Vegas. So you guys are dehumidifying, we're trying to humidify. I think we got to work something out here.
Yeah.
So we'll have to come visit you so we can experience the humidity.
Absolutely.
I have a question. So a lot of times when we do these conflict resolutions, we talk about how we don't actually need it to be resolved. But if this was a situation where she actually does want it to be resolved, she actually does want it to be 2 degrees less. So there's maybe the conflict is like that it's been bothering her, that keeps going up without consulting her, but she actually does want this specific thing to be changed. So what do you do with the other person's like, no, I really want it this other way? Like, what do you do in that case?
Yeah. Well, you have the conversation now that the energy's cleared off. And I'd really like to figure out what can work for both of us. I want you to be comfortable too. You matter a lot to me. And I get it. You like it warmer.
Yes.
And, you know, so you kind of just discuss it. Is that, one of the ways, and again, you bring in the fun energy, like there's only so many clothes I can take off. So I need a little bit of help. What kind of compromise can we have so I can at least wear like underwear? You see how you can make it light? Once we've already had the clear off, it becomes so much easier. What I've also found, and I'd love to hear your experience, it's never actually about the issue.
Mhm.
It's
It's actually the emotion
yes,
that
the
we've
emotion, the
created.
stacking, and
Yeah,
the story. Like once the charge is not there, you guys are smart. You can figure out a logical situation that is reasonable for both parties.
right. And how much fight is there when you're joking and laughing about something? Like that, this is like, again, part of the magic, and you've seen it with Andy and I. Like we can have a conflict that's resolved, nothing. We don't even say anything. We just kind of start giggling and move on. And it's not that it's like unresolved. It's that it was never an issue. We just change our energy because we've changed the whole story about what was going on and we move on. It's not unresolved either.
There's a level of acceptance that John's gonna ask me to do the intro 2 seconds before we're about to do the intro. That's just who he is.
And I know the whole time I'm asking her
I'm
that
gonna
the
say
answer is no. So I know that. Do I really want her to do it? Actually, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to have her do it once in a while. And I know the answer is no. I've totally accepted that. So now it's a game. We just turn everything into games. So what would your life be like, Sarah, if all of these, what we call conflicts today, were just games?
That'd be a pretty fun day.
Right? That's literally our life. We have plenty of conflict. We just call them games.
Mhm.
Instead of getting upset, we're laughing, we're teasing. If I see something really bugs her, right, then I'll keep pushing the button.
Oh
It's
my
fun
gosh.
for me. So I'm having fun. Maybe she isn't.
Oh, it's also it's less exhausting too, because part of having a very specific outcome, like I really want the thermostat to be down to, is like there's almost for me a sense of control of if this thing doesn't happen, I'm going to be really upset. But now I'm making up all these artificial rules around me that my external circumstances have to be a certain way, or he needs to act in a certain way in order for me to be happy. And that's very exhausting
Yeah.
for me, right? And so just because now I don't have a lot of, I don't know if I think I used to have a lot of rules.
So
I don't
she used to have
remember.
a lot of rules. Like when she talked about putting on her jacket, she's not kidding. That's literally what she does. She will not say she's cold. She'll go put on like gloves, a heavy
But
jacket,
I'll tell
and
my
then sit
students,
and
right?
work at the
I'm saying,
table.
how's your day going, Annie? I'm like, it's amazing. It's like 100 degrees in Vegas, but my husband likes it really cold, so that's this.
Yes. And so then she'll come out and I'll see her. I was like,
The heck?
are you cold? You know? And I'll go turn the thermostat. She doesn't have to ask
But I mean, I've
because it's
just
this
accepted
fun.
that
Yeah.
I live in an igloo.
So Sarah, how does that help you?
No, yeah, that helps. I think I've had this question for a while, and then today it really popped. Like, what if you really actually want that fixed? But I can see now that it probably would be less of a conflict if I was just happy. You know, if I was coming from a happy place, like, does that really bother me? Maybe I just walk around with a little fan on me or something.
Here's the other distinction, Sarah, is that sometimes we really do want the other person to do something for their best interest.
Hmm.
And then that is a matter of influence, right? Because people can feel it if we're doing it out of like, I want you to do this for me. Like what he was saying when he asked Stephanie to join the training, I want you to do this because it'll make my life easier and you'll be less of a problem,
No,
right?
I didn't say that.
That was the
That was the
energy.
energy.
But when it shifted to, I don't really care how, your relationship with me afterwards is, but this is really for you, and people feel that. And, we're also going to teach you some tools for how to get to that place, build the trust. That is mastery and influence. That's powerful. And yeah, you can absolutely do that. Influence for their best interest. That's 100% sales.
Mhm.
Okay. Any other questions, thoughts, input, random jokes?
Random jokes.
We're
No.
looking at
Okay.
you, Dr. Brian.
Yes. That's exactly who I was looking at too. He's right below you on the screen. So,
With that, we're gonna call it a day.
yes, we are.